Holy Cross Parish has been a part of my life for as long as I've been alive, and that's where our faith was formed and where our parents took us to church.
All of us had all of our sacraments there. 4 of us were married there. We would hike up the hill to Mass, snow a foot high, and we all put on our boots and climbed up to Mass. I mean, you would never miss Mass. We lived down the hill, and that's why my parents built their house there. Everything revolved around Holy Cross.
When I was in nursing school, I lived at home, and Dad would also be coming home. He would be getting home at like 1 o'clock in the morning from adoration.
Some of Mom and Dad's best and lifelong friends, they met at Holy Cross and therefore became our family friends and all of our friends.
One of my favorite memories with my parents and Holy Cross is there was a time period with my dad, and it was just he and I, which didn't happen very often. And we would walk up the hill to morning Mass, and it was in the chapel under the rectory, and I just remember it being a really special time.
My favorite memory of Holy Cross was when I was in grade school, and there were 6 of us, so it was special when you got to go one-on-one, and I would walk up the hill with my dad. And I remember him always saying, we're gonna go into church and make a visit, which meant we were gonna go in and say a special prayer. And it's just stuck with me for life. And I used to say it to my own children, and I just learned that from him, and Holy Cross being our home to pray and to be silent and to listen to God.
Dad was really involved in a lot of the things at the church, from Eucharistic minister to, reading, of course, the CCD. But Mom, she would go up the hill to make a visit to light a candle. So if anything was wrong or she was upset about anything, that's where she would go. She would always go to light a candle. Somewhere along the way, I started lighting candles, so
My favorite memory of Holy Cross, really, to be honest, is of a really sad time when my dad died. And how crowded and how the people from the parish came out and seeing their faces. I've never seen the church that full. So, thank you.
After Dad passed away, the Holy Cross Women's Circle, the Mom's friends were just so important to her and so there for her, and it just gave us so much peace of mind to know that Mom was, our families were really young and we were busy, and she was busy because they kept her busy for a long time, and they were just a huge support to her. And just what a beautiful example of community.
Catholic education to my mom and dad was the most important thing. They sacrificed, they worked really hard for their children to get to go to Catholic schools. They really wanted that for us, and we all reaped the benefits of that. Then I went on to be a teacher, and I remember debating and thinking, I know I could make more money if I, went and worked in the public schools, but it was just deep-rooted in me, and I ended up teaching at a local Catholic school.
My parents instilled the importance of Catholic education in our lives, and we realized we reaped the benefits of their sacrifices, and it's just the best thing ever. And I remember being just so thankful that I could give my children the same opportunity, and now to see my grandchildren have that opportunity. It's just Catholic education. I've taught and coached my entire life in Catholic education, and it's just the best.
Sue and Tony, they have 20 grandchildren that have all gone through Catholic schools. The youngest of their grandchildren is in 7th grade. I personally reaped the benefit of going to Holy Cross School. I came over from Queen of the Holy Rosary in 4th grade, and I just remember it being a very safe, bright place to be. And I remember everybody knowing who I was there, and that probably had a lot to do with Sue and Tony Rinella.
Super proud of my parents. I mean, we're honored that they're receiving the award, because that was, their life growing up, our life growing up. I was trying to explain to somebody what it was, and I'm like, I think it's kind of like the Hall of Fame of Holy Cross.
Mom and Dad would be very honored with this award. Holy Cross, like we've said, it was just it was home to them. That's where they raised their family, and it was just such a big part of their life. So thank you very much for this award.
Thank you, Mom and Dad. We love you.